All right, everybody, welcome to your CEVO Season 7 LAN Finals. We got Virtus.Pro versus Cloud9 about to go live right now. I know I'm pumped for this. I'm pretty sure you're ready for this. I hope the audience is ready for this. Anybody out there ready for this? Can we get some noise out of you guys? Come on, let's get amped up for this. How do you see this going, Henry? Let me know.
It's kind of interesting. Cloud9 have opted to go T first. I think the analysts are absolutely right. The Virtus.Pro on T side is very hard to contain. Cloud9 CT sides haven't been great this tournament, so I think they've been a very wise choice there. This one's a pistol round just about to start. We can see Cloud9 setting up their traditional kind of setup here, and Snacks and Barley actually opening up the frag Skadoodle, and nothing going down pretty quickly here. Very aggressive play from Virtus.Pro, and they take 4 frags in a clean sweep. We have Freakazoid now in a 1v5, and that's fantastic stuff from VP.
What a start for Virtus.Pro. Just Freakazoid's going to be left alive here. He's going to be trying to work his way up into the white halls, but it's going to be some troublesome times here as Pasha's right there waiting for him, and Pasha will remove his head. That is going to be Virtus.Pro taking that pistol round.
I wanted to say, like, most of the time you see Cloud9 rushing inside on their P pistols, and I think they thought VP may have been aware of that, so they wanted to slow it down. It looked like they wanted to do a set piece outside, but VP kind of set up for that inside rush, and they could have stacked it themselves, started pushing, found the Cloud9 terrorists there, locked them down, and that's a great start for them and a good start to the CT campaign. You can see a full SMG setup though. Interesting buy here. You can see Cloud9 haven't actually opted for a full buy here. Only Freakazoid going for the Tech 9 and armor here.
Those nades are going to go directly out in the middle. That number 9 man of Sean Garris is going to get absolutely lit up right there. Low HP. Mayali will be able to pick him up and continue to push. Now, the plow is going full steam here. We're going to have Pasha over there to Ivy. Can he pick up Freakazoid right off the bat? Got to grab him. Neo's also able to get himself a 3K to shut the round down, and Virtus.Pro will hold on in the first anti-eco.
Yeah, money management's been difficult for Cloud9 this event, I feel. They got themselves into a lot of difficult situations. I think it's a good idea. Don't force out the armor every single time. They want to get their AWP onto Skadoodle. We know how important he's going to be, especially on a map like Train. It's just whether a VP allow him to find some sort of movement here. Full eco now. This is going to be almost a throwaway round. There's absolutely nothing board apart from a smoke from Sean. That suggested just trying to get the bomb down here. Like, they're probably going to go inside, smoke down lower ramp, do anything they can, challenge everyone, but one guy just gets that bomb down.
Well, we do have Taz there contest, initially able to take down Freakazoid. Here comes the rest of Cloud9. Snacks will grab one on the pushing Shroud. There goes Shot Garris. Skadoodle is down also. It's just nothing. Makes his way into that smoke. He's just hanging out right now. They finally spot him out, and Taz will pick him up. And one thing I wanted to touch on, Henry, Taz got that 4K right there, but we aren't seeing the Cloud9 force that we saw the other day.
Well, absolutely. Well, we can only assess what happens in this gun run, I think.
Yeah.
You can see so many SMGs being kept here for VP. Interesting decision. They may have to do a very aggressive round again. We saw them push inside, trying to get the information early on, locking down any sort of rush that was coming. Pasha and Taz, P90s, Snacks on a MP9 as well. What is the plan going to be here? Train's a very long-range map. You have to make sure you're going to be locking down any sort of smoke tactics they've got, any sort of crossfires coming down, but Skadoodle takes down Biala. Taz answers back with a P90 kill of himself, and frags is being exchanged all over the map. It's a 3-on-3 situation. Neo taking down nothing. As I say, that Shroud takes down Snacks with a grenade. All of a sudden, Cloud9 take the advantage.
Oh
Neo
my goodness.
answers back with the AWP on the Skadoodle.
Wow, so now we're worked into a 2-on-2 here. Pasha and Neo versus Shroud and Freakazoid. Good trades were going out right there, all pretty much in favor of Virtus.Pro for the time being, until right at the end there, Cloud9 was able to even that thing back up. They're going to be able to grab the bomb here, try and work around. It looks like we already have one trying to work those stairs. Freakazoid will be the player grabbing the bomb, but him and Shroud have to try and work somewhere, as Neo's going to be outside. Same with his teammate Pasha. They're both out there waiting. Here comes the fast rotate coming back in through the Z connector. That's going to be Neo going to the inside bomb site, and what a good read on this. If he's able to pick this up, he's going to smoke down lower ramp, pull the op out, and look up top. And he's going to get the first shot onto Freakazoid. One more left. Can he take down Shroud? Shroud's trying to get the gunfight. That grenade's going to come in. Do only 2 damage somehow to Shroud, but the Molotov is going to push Shroud around. He's not going to be able to get that easy bomb plan off here, so he's got to try and play the angle. Neo is going to come around the side, and Neo will hit the shot, and gun round will go in favor of Virtus.Pro.
Yeah, we've been talking about Neo picking up the AWP this event, and for me, he's been very consistent. That's another 4 frags for him on the first gun round, one of the most important rounds of the actual game, and that's going to be quite annoying for a Cloud9 round. They got $4,000 across the board. They're going to have to force up AKs here if they want to buy it, or they could decide to try and get the AWP out. I'd suggest to them getting the AKs here, go for a set piece outside, trying to get the bomb down again and get the momentum back in their favor.
Definitely. Round 5 is about to start here. Virtus.Pro, they're going to be up 4-0 over Cloud9. Cloud9 going to be back onto that buy, though. They got AKs in their hands here. They got head armor across the board, and we do have some utility. Not
Not a lot. They've only got one smoke to play with. They're going to have to be working picks here as well, so we can see nothing there in the main entrance. But the bomb going towards Ivy, they're going to have to try and work some sort of pick here with nothing to play with in terms of utility. It's very difficult to make this map work for you, especially to get a bomb down.
So now, slow play coming from Cloud9, not getting too aggressive off this. They're really trying to slow this down, pick apart what Virtus.Pro is going to be able to do here. But Virtus.Pro doing the same thing, just playing standard spots, 3 outside, 2 towards inside. One's going to be a fast rotator. They're kind of heavy on the inside bomb side at the moment, but that guy will be the fast rotator through the connector if he needs to be outside, as Cloud9 is looking like they're going to be gearing up towards the outside bomb site. 3 towards Ivy. One is going to be near the ladder room. The other one's going to be right into mid. They're going to try and make some kind of pinch here, but I mean, Virtus.Pro being very patient, not pushing at all, Henry.
Yeah, this is excellent stuff, and you can see Cloud9 don't really know what to do. They're getting locked out by the smokes. The time is ticking away. They need to make a move right now. Freakazoid, their entry man, he's a low HP already. Another smoke going down as well. This is almost impossible for Cloud9 now. They need to push through at this moment. Like, there's going to be not enough time. Once the smoke goes down, they have almost 20 seconds left to get the bomb, and there's just not a lot going on. Pasha actually getting close to that smoke. It's going to be very interesting. Next 10 seconds. Oh god, the utility usage is brilliant from VP right now.
Oh, does he make it through the smoke? He is able to make it into the smoke. Skadoodle's right there. Can he get the shot? He's full blind from his own flash. Skadoodle will take him down, but Bialy is able to pick up 2. Same with Snacks. Actually, Snacks only got 1 there. That is going to turn this into a 4-on-2. Skadoodle and Sean Garrett's left alive here. Bomb will rotate back away from Ivy and try and go into the White Halls and meet up with Sean Garrett's. They don't have time to go anywhere, so they just need to get together, recycle any weapons that they may drop, and hold on for the next round.
Yeah, it's the perfect read from VP. They knew they were trying to work the picks. They utilized their smoke grenades at Ivy so well. Do you see the clock getting run down to like 30 seconds? Then a Molotov got dropped on them as well. They were forced to run through. No frags being made. That's what we're talking about with the force buy there of the AKs. It was pretty questionable. We know they're going to need utility, the wall of smokes, to do anything, to get a bomb down, in fact. They didn't even get a chance to get a frag. So difficult times for Cloud9 now. 5 rounds in a row for VP. They're in a very strong position. Neo is doing very well with the AWP. And now they are going to force back. Again, very little utility. They've got 3 smokes there. Could force a plant. You can see most of the players heading towards the inside bomb site now. So whether we'll see a fast inside execute is yet to be seen. Let's see how it goes down.
Well, they're going to run directly into Neo right off the bat. He actually misses his first op shot, but he's still going to try and gear up and get ready, and that will pull the rotate. So playing a lot more standard now. 1 player inside the B bomb site. 1 will be the fast rotate out of connector from the A side of things. And now they're going to put the 2-man stack into this B bomb site. Shroud's actually going to take a ton of damage right there. Neo brings him all the way down to 3 HP, but doesn't collect the frag. And another strat now where Cloud9 looked like they wanted to get aggressive and go fast, and they've been stunted.
Well, as we say that though, Sean actually opens the kill onto Bialy, and this is the first time they've actually had an advantage. And the next one's going to be very important. Shroud there, very low HP. Taz is hungry for blood. He will take Shroud down, and now it's a 4-on-4. Cloud9 opting to go to the outside bomb side. They've got an absolute water taken down, and it's going to be 2-on-4 now. Skadoodle actually the last man remaining. And again, this has just looked almost impossible for Cloud9. They're not doing enough to actually get into these bomb sites. They're waiting around, getting pushed, being forced into positions. They actually managed to get the opening frag this round, so a step in the right direction, but the economy management has been very difficult for them. We normally see this on their CT side. They struggle to get going, but on the T side, you should be able to have full economy pretty early on in the game. But now we can see them actually opting for tech lines here. They haven't gone for the armor as well. They know they need full buys. Skadoodle needs the AWP. They need the Molotov to flush out CTs, and they need to start getting the bomb down and actually forcing those post-plant situations.
We're going to be into round 7 now. Virtus.Pro is going to be perfect so far, 6-0 over Cloud9. Cloud9 struggling, trying to figure out what they need to make happen here on Train. And this is one of the maps that we see Cloud9 usually do pretty well on, at least in North America in their games. They play it very well, and they've been playing it quite a bit. And they haven't put it together yet. We're still early into this. It's only round 7, but they have to be able to try and get into situations where they can actually worry about post-play.
They just seem a little bit lost right now. This round is almost a throwaway round. They haven't got much player. We can see Sean has got the smoke. It's what I was talking about before. The bomb is actually down towards T-spawn though, so even if these guys get into the inside bomb site, I'm not really sure what the plan's going to be. They're going for a kill. They're just going to get mowed down by the looks of things. No bomb to actually speak of. I guess it looks like Freakazoid is going to try and run back and plant outside, but they've actually just left the bomb T-spawn, so I couldn't tell you what their plan was there. Interesting stuff nonetheless. Another clean sweep for VP. This is where it needs to change. Cloud9 need to start getting some momentum, start getting the economy in their favor. I wouldn't be surprised we saw the AWP come out now for Skadoodle. He needs to start getting some picks. Neo, yet to be challenged. He hasn't actually died yet.
That's an absolute rough look. Neo hasn't even died yet. Taz at the inside bomb site that round was able to get 3 frags right there, and they're just holding effectively. Anything Cloud9 is doing, pushing into them, no matter what they do. You saw them throw that nice flash into the bomb site. Didn't even affect Taz at all. Took a bad bounce, but now into round number 8, Cloud9's going to be forcing outside, trying to make something happen here. Skadoodle up on top of the train. Sean Garrett's and Shroud both hit shots, but quickly Neo will answer with getting 2 of his own. There's Skadoodle coming in with the op. Now we have Pasha and Snacks left alive here, and they're going to be fighting it. Snacks is able to
God.
get the 2K onto Sean Garrison. Skadoodle. That's going to turn this into a 2-on-1. It's all up to nothing here, trying to get around first team, and he can't do it. Snacks will get the 3K, and Virtus.Pro will hold on 8-0 now.
It looked like a really convincing round for Cloud9 there. I think their fast execute outside is always very good. They get great at working out where the frags are. They got themselves in an advantageous position, but all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Snacks comes in, takes 3 of them down, and that was phenomenal stuff from him. An insult to injury for Cloud9. Again, in this difficult economic situation, they can buy this. It should be a pretty decent buy. Skadoodle, again, though, can't get the AWP. What are they going to do? Match has actually been paused. So, a good time to pause, I feel. This is getting out of control now.
This is an excellent time for a tactical pause right
absolutely.
now. This is Sean needs to figure out what he's got to get going on here. He's got to think for a second, slow this thing down, figure out. I mean, realistically, you're just running directly into the front end of Virtus.Pro right now. They're not hitting the flashbangs. They had a great chance inside. That flashbang completely whiffed. They know that flashbang. They know where to throw it. They know how to get it into that site. They're not using their smokes right, and they're just not hitting the shots. He's got to slow this down and get them working.
I think what they were doing before with the pick game, that was working, but they had such little utility to play with. It was very difficult to even approach the bomb site. Working the picks is fine, but then you need an execution to go into afterwards. So doing the wall of smokes, I think they're just going back to basics, doing what most teams do on train. Let's get a bomb down. Let's start with that positive, and then we'll work the fragging game after that. I like what they did with the main execute, with the very fast one. Unfortunately, Snacks just went absolutely huge. Very difficult for them to come back. So essentially running that again will be fine, but this is getting to the point, well, it's not the point of no return right now. It's only been 8 rounds. There's still 7 available, right?
Yeah.
So I think if they can aim for at least 3 after this, they'll be absolutely fine. We know they have got a strong train, but to say that, their CT sides have been pretty poor, and that's why they chose T for this opening the series.
Yeah. So we're going to have to see what Cloud9 can put together here. Notoriously, we've seen them go into tactical pauses and come out and play very, very good. I expect to see the same thing happen here. Let's see if Cloud9 can put it together after that pause against Virtus.Pro. Finally get themselves on the board here. And, man, Virtus.Pro, I was about to combine that with Plow, playing very effective right now. These guys are shooting really well, making smart decisions. Here comes a push by Pasha. He's actually going to push Ivy. He's able to take down nothing right off the bat. So whatever they talked about is getting blown apart. Snacks is able to get 2. Neo finally goes down outside, but they have the outside bomb site on lock at the moment, and that is going to shut it down. Pasha able to get himself the 3K, and the Plow is going.
We saw him going absolutely wild on train yesterday, and he's continuing that trend today. The thing about a tactical pause is as soon as you take one, the other team get that time to talk as well, and they know you're going to try doing something a little bit different. VP played that perfectly, pushing Ivy, catching them off guard, broke down the tactics straight away, and they got the opening frags. Pasha with another 3-man, and that's going to put VP on 9-0. And an eco now for Cloud9, and one more round, 10-0. You've got to ask yourself, do they have what it takes to get back into this one?
It's looking tougher and tougher as these rounds go on here, Henry. But again, it looks like we're going to have Cloud9 trying to figure out somewhere they can go. They're going a little bit faster towards the inside. Haven't fully committed to it yet. They're just kind of hanging out above the halls there. Molotov's going to go down, and Taz has held this inside bomb site really well. That first play on Pop Dog, he just shut it down. 3 players right into the end of his M4.
He defines how to play the inside bomb. So he mixes a hybrid of aggression and passive play like he is doing now. It's very difficult to read. And you can see the guys here, they have got a smoke grenade again. I would believe they would do 1 down lower ramp, potentially 1 out the upper ramp as well, just to kind of get themselves out onto the bomb site, looking for a plant here. If they win a round, it'll be an absolute miracle, but they're just trying to balance the money again, get a bomb down, and potentially get a couple of frags. It's all going to come down to that man Taz there, whether they can hold off the defense.
Yeah, and at this point, if Cloud9 can just get 1 round in their favor and start building off that, get some momentum going here, that would be gigantic for them. And it looks like they're going to start getting ready to execute out, but oh man, Neo was completely ready for Freakazoid up top, going to throw that grenade in there. Oh, it took a bad bounce, but the Molotov comes in behind it anyways. They're able to get into bomb site, kind of. Taz gets one, Snacks is in there, Neo grabs it, and here comes the rotate from Pasha, and Virtus.Pro is playing like absolute animals right now.
Yeah, the Virtus Plow, I think, is turned into a monster truck right now. It's going absolutely crazy. We normally see them do this sort of domination on their T sides. It's very rare for them to actually get these sort of score lines on the CT side, but Neo stepping up to the plate on the all ping, like 12 for 2 right now after 10 rounds. Very consistent and great stuff from him. We can see the AWP coming up for Skadoodle now, but you can see the fragging board. Freakazoid hasn't actually got a kill this half. Like, he's the entry man. If your entry man's got 0 kills after 10 rounds, what's going on? Like, he needs to start fragging. The guys need to start working that fast strat again. I think that's what he got out more, but here we go then. Going into round number 11. Do Cloud9 have a response? Oh
man, I love the positioning from Pasha right now into this round 11. Look at how far he's up there. He's ready for this angle to get played. He played it once before. They got Bialy behind him. Gonna get a little aggressive. They're gonna throw that smoke down. He's gonna be able to play that smoke so effectively here. And Cloud9 opting to go with 2 towards Ivy, 1 towards mid, 2 towards the B Halls area. And now the Ivy players are actually falling off back towards mid right now. So whatever they were trying to go for at Ivy, they weren't liking what they were seeing with that smoke grenade there. They're just going to continue to work back into the White Halls right now. Try and meet back up with their teammate with the bomb, and they will be able to meet up. Bialy's going to allow Pasha to actually rotate back, and it looks like Cloud9 is going to try and turn this into an inner hit, and now they're going in that direction. Bomb and everyone is linking up here, but inside bomb site again, Taz is going to be there, Neo is going to be there, and they haven't been able to take it yet.
No, absolutely, it's going to be very important next frag. You see the utility again from VP, locking down those key areas. The choke point on upper ramp has been smoked off. Time's ticking away now. Cloud9 has decided, are we going to run through this smoke, or are we going to try and take the clock down to the absolute minimum? 28 seconds now. How is this one going to pan out? They have to go inside. There's not enough time to rotate now. All 5 players over towards the inside bomb site, and this looks like they're coming out now.
Freakazoid
into the game with a fantastic shot onto Neo. Taz replies as well, and now we're into a 4-on-4 situation. Time is ticking away though.
That's what you wanted to see right there, Henry. Freakazoid able to blow this up. Can he get the ace? He's looking for the final play. That's going to be Bialy. Almost gets the ace, but Bialy will hero that and not allow Freakazoid to get that ace, but Bialy's going to be into that 1 versus 2 now. Skadoodle and nothing left alive here, trying to work his way and not allow Cloud9 to be able to get this round. It would be their first round on the board. If they can collect this, and Skadoodle will secure it, but Freakazoid steps in there. He didn't have a frag yet, comes up gigantic, gets himself the 4K.
So being on Slayer the whole game, going into the 11th round, and we're talking about him being the entry man, and that is how you enter a bomb site. 4 frags, getting the bomb down, Skadoodle finishing it off in a 1v1, but there should be enough now to get some momentum on their side. The confidence should be back now. I would like to see them do the fast outside strat now. They know they got out before, now they're fragging. Perhaps this is the time to actually execute that one again.
Let's see if they can put that together again. I mean, it's round 12. This is Train. It's pretty CT-sided at this point. So we should expect the majority of the rounds to be won by Virtus.Pro on CT side, or both teams to be won on CT side, unless it's just an absolute mop-up. And Taz is going to get caught out there, playing aggressive. Neo's going to come in, able to get 1. Stacks will go down. So this inside bomb site kind of getting tore apart, especially after Shroud is able to get that 2K. That's Shroud with 2, Freakazoid with the other frag, but Freakazoid's on fire right now, burning, and we're going to have Shroud ripping Bialy apart. So now it's all up to Pasha. Bomb planted inside. He's already rotated around, hits the first one on Shroud, looking to find the frag onto Freakazoid. He will be the close player. Can't get away from Skadoodle, and that's going to be 2 in a row for Cloud9.
That just came down to Shroud then. We saw VP go for the aggressive inside push. Taz in a very great position behind the smoke. Shroud has jumped through, made the first frag, came down lower ramp, got 2 more. So he was all down to him. It just seems like the rounds Cloud9 are getting right now are down to huge individual performances. Last round was Freakazoid, this time it's Shroud. And Skadoodle seems to be the point man, just finishing it off, getting the alley-oop right at the end.
So how do you feel at this point, Henry? Cloud9, if they can win the rest of this half out, making this 10-5, how do you feel about them with 5 rounds on T-side?
I think 5 rounds is great, and it seems like they're actually getting more confidence now. The players are starting to hit the shots. Maybe just first of the day game nerves was all it was. Now the team has found their form, and this is a very big round. If they can do this one, it might actually send VP onto Eco, and they really get to the 5 rounds in the back, potentially.
So that round 13 will be going underway. Once again, Cloud9 going to be slowing this thing down a little bit here. And they're all geared up towards the middle area at the moment. Not really too aggressive here. Skadoodle just trying to find out if anybody from Virtus.Pro is going to peek any of these angles. A little too weird, and he should be able to grab the op shot, but nothing. Out at long. Looking to find Pasha near Ivy, and Pasha is going to be pressed up really far into Ivy. Let's see who's going to be able to get this. Pasha's going to be right around the corner. Nothing's going to go on the peak, and nothing will get the shot. But on the other side of these bomb sites, Neo will be able to take down Sean Garris, and Snacks is going to peek out in a great position in the mid connector. There's Bialy getting a shot off too. It's going to be a 4-on-2, and Shroud and Freakazoid are going to be in a tough spot here, but the bomb is down. Neutral location for them to rotate back and grab, and Shroud will be able to take down Taz. Can't take down Neo though. It's all up to Freakazoid once again. Gets spammed a little bit there trying to bail out, and he's going to have a very tough 1v3. Now a 1-on-2 here with Neo and Snacks alive, but Neo will close it out. That's 11-2 in favor of Virtus.Pro now. I'm
not a huge fan of the picking game they're playing. They're not making the initial picks to justify it. For these last 2 rounds, I'd like to see them try a little bit something different. We haven't actually seen a set piece yet or an actual execution. You can run the time down, like work out, try and bait out some utility at the start of the round, then get the smokes down. We need to get a plant. That's when they're going to do their best. They can hide behind the trains or just do something fast again. Inside worked very well for them, and they got in. If Freakazoid can get 4 headshots again, then that'll be absolutely perfect. But they have got to buy here. Shroud is going to be a little bit weak. He's got the Tech 9 in hand, but importantly, Skadoodle has got the AWP, and he's going to be aggressively facing Snacks. Will lock it down over the smoke, and it goes down.
And look at this aggressive play at the inside bomb site here. We're going to actually have number 3 and the number 4 man of Taz and Neo together on the lower ramp with actually an op right there and a rifle. And Sean Garrett is able to push his way down. Ivy able to pick up a shot on Bialy and keep this going. They tie this up at a 4-on-4 now, player-wise, into this round until Snacks is able to hit the shot, but it's going to be a push out from nothing into the fire.
Oh my God!
He gets cooked, and Shroud is able to hit that shot onto Pasha. So we will have a 3 versus 2 now. Now we're going to have a 3 versus 1 with only Shroud left alive here, trying to get the ladder shot off. Can't get anything done off the top of the ladder, but he's still trying to fight either way, and Snacks will pick him up at the end of that. That's going to make it 12-2 Virtus.Pro.
The very best of CSGO being demonstrated there. It started off with a jumping Tech9 headshot from Shroud, and then going up the ladder and not even being able to die, gone God mode, but there we go. 12-2 now in favor of VP. A very difficult last round for Cloud9. You can see there's got Tech9s coming down. There is an AK on Freakazoid. They're trying to scrape together all the money they've got. They're going, importantly though, they've got the smokes down. This is the point they probably just want to do the outside smokes and get a bomb down with the Tech9s. If they can just get it out there, cause some sort of craziness and a little bit of panic, that would be good. But 4 Tech9s and an AK. Oh my God, what's going on there?
Goodness. That's what Freakazoid needs to be doing here, but Neo is going to answer. Same with Snacks, but Freakazoid did get that 2K. He's going to continue to push, so he might get spammed down right there. Nade's going to come in. That's going to do a lot of damage. There goes Shroud, so now all we have left alive is Freakazoid, low on HP, and he goes down. Started off the round so extremely strong with the 2K and just couldn't pull it back together.
As I was saying before, that the only rounds they actually won there came down to huge individual performances. The rest of the rounds, unfortunately, they look a little bit lost. Just looking at the scoreboard here, like the bomb only went down once. So like if you're not planting the bomb more than once on a map like D-Train, when it's almost a very guaranteed plant if you execute the tactics properly, it's kind of interesting. But just look at the scoreboard there. We saw Freakazoid actually go into the 11th round with 0 kills. He actually ended up almost top fragging for his team. So that's an awakening from him. He got those huge 4 frags here. I think that'll be in a lot of frag moves to come. There's amazing stuff from him. Unfortunately, they're only able to get 2 rounds there, but it's not going to be enough, is it? If they lose his pistol now, they're out of the game. But their CT sides have been very weak this tournament. They've been especially weak against. We saw them against CLG on Cash. They couldn't even close out their game after winning 13-2 the first half. So how I see this one going down is this VP are going to not even win the pistol, but it will be quite an easy finish for them. Yeah,
and I mean, if you saw the ADR there between, I believe it was Neo and Snacks, both of them were up over 135 ADR. They were going absolutely nuts. Taz on that inside bomb site playing very effective. And it's just, Virtus.Pro looks completely at home here on Train.
Absolutely.
And Cloud9 is struggling on it.
Well, here we go then. The pistol is underway. It'll be interesting to see what VP offer here. They've got so much to play with. They can just opt to go for a full-on rush here. They don't need to be too tactical. But they have got 2 smokes in hand, though. So something a little slower, perhaps. So if you have 2 smokes in hand, you don't really want to rush. You want to execute those properly. But Pasha, Taz, and Neo will be the armor players here. And the bomb, it looks like it's going towards the inside bomb. So actually, Neo going straight down the pop dog room. It looks like an outside split coming in.
Neo's going to be able to get his way into that outside bomb site, work this thing around. Let's see if he can keep it going here. He's able to get into the site. His teammate's going to plant the bomb. Sean Garrett will go down, looking up for Freakazoid. They're going to find him up in heaven. Can they keep the shots going? Yes, Freakazoid out of the way. Same with Shroud. Here comes the rotate in. That's going to be Skadoodle and nothing. Both trying to get close to this bomb site. The bomb is going to be down. They will be 2 versus 5. Trying to get a 2-man retake off. Skadoodle trying to play some angles here. Bialy's going to peek him. They're both going to have to reload. He's going to go on the push. He's able to take down Bialy. Nothing's able to get Taz. They need to get some more frags. It's only nothing's left alive. He's going to be 1v3. Almost had the kill on the Snacks, but he will fall at the end. And that's 14-2 with Virtus.Pro picking up a huge pistol round win.
Yeah, nice fast round for them, getting the bomb down for already frag exchange, very important for them. Great stuff. Neo getting an opening frag as well. And this is the point where Cloud9 are absolutely ruined. They have to force buy here. I normally wouldn't advise it on CT Train. I think it's better to save your money and get the AWPs. But for now, Skadoodle and nothing with the scouts out. And you can see VP have got 2 SMGs there as well. They can use those guys to scout out what's going on. Snacks holding main there. He can work the AK, keep the distance long. But ultimately, this should be quite an easy round for VP if they play it correctly. Pasha actually taking quite a lot of damage there. And all of a sudden, it's Snacks as well. The scouts doing some tremendous work.
But in favor of Virtus.Pro will be the initial frags. They're able to take down Skadoodle. 1 scout out of the way, but they're still going to have nothing with the scout of his own, avoiding those grenades and Molotovs for the time being. Goes down to 50 HP. He's still trying to work this, though. Can he get some more damage off? Trying to find some shots. Shroud will be able to pick up a frag onto Pasha. Snacks down to 9 HP. Neo down to 29. Shroud is still outside there, trying to get another one with that 5-7. Here comes the rotate in. That's going to be Sean Garrett with the CZ75, able to take down Snacks. They really want to get this eco off here and try and turn this around, but Bialy's going to push up. Same with Neo. They get the frags. It's all up to Taz now to try and get on top of Sean Garrett, as Sean Garrett will be the last man left. He will be Taz. Taz goes down, so now Sean Garrett is in a 1v2 with very low opponents.
Unbelievable. I think he can do this.
So Bialy at 12 HP, Neo at 12 HP, both these players extremely low here. A 2K in the bag for Bialy now, as Sean Garrett's is going to try and push up. Bomb is going to be planted. He doesn't have a kit here, doesn't want to waste a lot of time, but he should be able to get this flank off. No, Bialy's able to get turned around. Bialy hits the free fire as Sean Garrett runs around the corner, and that is going to be map point for Virtus.Pro, 15-2 over Cloud9.
It wasn't meant to be a very exciting round, a lot of exchange of damage. The scouts doing absolutely brilliant work as well. So many tags going off, but ultimately now, they've got pistols. You can see a scout coming over Sean. But when you're 15-2 on each round and you've got so many rounds to go, it's going to be so difficult to get themselves into it. This round, obviously, very important, but VP can just opt to just go out. This looks like there's a main rush coming in again. They can just lock this one down, quickly end it. Let's not draw it out any further than it has to be. And here we go then. 18th round underway.
Yeah, they're going to be pushing their way directly out mid right now. They're going to have a push up from nothing, though. He's able to use the pistol effectively, able to get himself a secondary one also before Bialy ends up trading him out. And look at the positioning here from Skadoodle. They're looking for him. Skadoodle's able to get one, and that's going to turn it into just the Bialy and Pasha show. Now it's just all Bialy, and this buyout here from Cloud9 and this force-up is working out for him for the time being. Bialy's got to try and turn around. He's got one on each side of him, looking to find Freakazoid. Gets Freakazoid out of position on the ladder. This could be it here. Cloud9 has to get the clutch. It's going to be Skadoodle versus Bialy. 1-versus-1 situation. That bomb is going to be down, and we're actually having Skadoodle rotate his way all the way back around into the connector. Can he get the side of Bialy here? Bialy's going to rotate back to try and grab that bomb. Both players decently low at the moment. Skadoodle down to 22 HP. Bialy at 15. Bialy's going to work it around. They're both working right past each other, and Skadoodle will get the one-on-one clutch and keep Cloud9 in the game.
There is still life in the old dog. Yeah, let's see what they've got left. The money for VP, this is going to be a difficult situation now. They can probably force this. They've got enough to play with. I'd say just get the AKs out next round and just try to take this one in the chin, but of course that's not the VP way. They want to finish this one as soon as they can. They know the money's going to be pretty low in Cloud9. It's going to be great. It's going to be a force buy essentially for them. Famises, P90s, there's a couple of rifles there, but here we go. Tech9s and Armor play the rifles, and Cloud9 obviously one round and it's game over for them, so they need to hold on for as long as they can.
Yeah, because at this point, from here on out, Cloud9, they can't drop a single round on this map, and Sean Garrett will open it up, takes down Bialy. There goes Neo, jumping out in front of Freakazoid. Is going to be Taz, and Sean Garrett goes on the cleanup, so that will be another round in favor of Cloud9. And I mean, they're not that far off. They only need 11 more of these.
Not that far off. Your words, not mine. Okay, so now they have to do a full Glock eco. This is almost a throwaway round. If you can get the bomb down, amazing, but the money isn't great. They can't get enough utility to justify that. I think we've got 2 P50s there. Interesting to see how they approach this one. I'm not sure what you'd even do. Maybe go for a little main rush, get down Pop Dog, it's a little split maybe, but you can see as long as Cloud9 keep their rifles, keep the distance, there shouldn't be any trouble here whatsoever. Actually, we're saying that Shroud is getting a very aggressive position. I think he's realized what he's doing and falling back a little bit, but he just needs to play far back and just get the calls and break for his teammates here.
Allow his teammates to rotate in to help protect those Glocks in your face. They can rip you apart if you're not careful, and it looks like it might be just a little bit of a Glock rush here going into the B bomb site, but they're sending out quite a few people as just feelers at the moment. I mean, Neo's already going to work his way out. They have players near Ivy. Let's see if that's going to pull a rotation inside, but no, Shroud is going to see an initial player able to hit that shot. They will get a bomb plant here. Snacks is going to get it down. Now they're going to have to go on a hard rotate, but the biggest problem with this is Snacks got it down so early. 2 of his teammates are on a super deep rotate. That's Bialy and Pasha.
Here we go. I can't believe they got the bomb down in this situation. It should be a reasonably easy to retake for Cloud9, but the fact they got the bomb down means they'll have a full buy next round. If they get any kills in this situation as well, very important. Taking any money they can off Cloud9 will be frustrating for them.
And there it gets Taz removed from the round. They're going to get the defuse off, so Pasha and Bialy are going to have to sit back. Bialy's able to hit a shot on the Shroud, but Freakazoid will remove him, and Pasha will be able to save and get out of that round. They did get the bomb plant. They are going to have much more, or a better economy, I should say, to be able to try and work into this round.
We've seen VP do some amazing main rushes in this tournament so far. They go out together, Pasha being the point man. Yesterday, he was just running out, getting 3 headshots, like it was going out of fashion. He was so on point, it was unbelievable. Sean actually picking up the auto sniper there. Very interesting buy. I actually think it's one of the most viable maps for that weapon. He can do some fantastic work through the smoke with it. But here we go then, a slower play from VP. They're going to be working the pick game and seeing what's available for them.
They're going to be doing with a standard split at the moment. 1's going to be towards Ivy, 2 going to be towards mid at the moment, and 2 towards the B halls. Just sitting up and up, or waiting to see if anybody from Cloud9 will get aggressive. But at this point, you should expect Cloud9 to just play really safe here. There's no reason to get aggressive. I mean, you don't have anything to work with. You can't drop a single round here.
Well, we can see Freakazoid actually pushing into the main entrance now. If he can hold that position, it's almost a one-and-done position. If the terrorists come and face him at the same time, he's going to do well to get more than one frag there.
Let's see if he can make that happen. It's still going to be into round 21, and Virtus.Pro is going to be on that map point here. On map number 1, at a best-of-3 series between Virtus.Pro and Cloud9. Here at your CEVO MLG Season 7 LAN Finals. And Virtus.Pro taking that early lead. Snax is going to go down, so Freakazoid gets the first one. Can he trade out another frag? No, he gets quickly traded out by Bialy. So the one and done from Henry is completely true there. Bialy's actually able to get another one. That's going to make it a 4-on-2 now, as we just lose Sean Garris. So Shroud's going to try and work up. Skadoodle's right there in the smoke, hits the shot through the smoke on the Taz. Bomb is going to be down, timer is on them. It's going to be Skadoodle, 1 versus 3. Players are very low. He can't find the head. He's looking in the wrong direction, and Pasha will shut it down. Virtus.Pro takes map number 1, 16-5. And Virtus is looking very, very good there. Their CT side was absolutely on point.
I think it was more that Cloud9 were lacking in tactical prowess that game. You saw that last round. That's how you execute on train. You work the picks at the start of the round. You try and ascertain what the CTs are doing, and at that point you do a full-on execute. They got the bomb down before any real frags were exchanged. The only real bit of difficulty they had was Freakazoid pushing into the main entrance there. But as I said, that was a kind of one-and-done position. Unless you have some sort of backup with you, it's difficult to turn that into a multi-frag sort of area. But VP can't take anything away from him. Really impressive, the AWPing from Neo. Really pretty standard stuff, but he's hitting all of his shots, not missing much. And it wasn't a very exciting series. I felt like Cloud9 didn't turn up tactically.
It's something that we've been having a problem with, or Cloud9 has been having a problem with since this tournament started on Friday. I mean, we've been seeing them struggle, and I'm really hoping that they were going to be able to bring that back there. But as soon as the side switch happened, it just kind of seems like Cloud9 might have been checked out of that a little bit too much after what happened to them when they were on T-side. And Virtus.Pro just kind of got in their heads a little bit. That's at least what it seemed like. They could just never get over that slump.
So as I said before, the 2 rounds they won was just when Freakazoid went absolutely ham. 4 frags on the inside bomb site. The second round they won was when Shroud, again, pushing through smoke. He got 3 frags. There was never a moment where it came down to a really important clutch or anything like that. It was just guys going absolutely huge. The tactical effort from them wasn't there for me. I wasn't very impressed with their approach to that. They relied too heavily on the picks. They were trying to see what was going on, but where they had screwed their money over at the start of the game, they just didn't have enough utility to play with, unfortunately. But very good start from VP. Going into cash now, they're going to be the favoured side after watching that kind of form. We've seen Cloud9 play this map against CLG so far, and they win the first half 13-2, and they found it very difficult to close on their CT side. So they need to kind of step it up now and work out what the problems were there, get the comms working, start working out how to approach this tactically. But yeah, I think we're going to throw it down to the analyst desk. So guys, could you break that apart from us?
Oh, HenryG's got that stare. Just kind of glares into you. Thank you, gentlemen. VP's map, Train, obviously, and it certainly is their map. 16-5, no question. They dominated from the get-go. A few notes I made, and then I gave up. You know, 4th round before they even got a kill for Cloud9, and they called a timeout. 9th round, good call on that, but then they just got decimated. That 10th round did not help them at all. Yeah, and as we set it up in the pregame, this is a Cloud9 map as well. This is a map they played. This is a map that actually they haven't had to play much in competition because other people have been straying away from it. It's the map that they closed out the series against Fnatic on in the semi-finals of the last tournament. Face it, DreamHack Valencia, whatever you want to call it. So it's not like they're a bad team on this map, but VP's very good on it. I also feel like, bearing in mind so little was done by Cloud9 on their T side, that's kind of a really bad sign for the series, because they had to have known in the back of their mind there's a chance this map could be here, because they know both teams like the map. Maybe it would be a 3rd map, whatever, but they had to have been preparing for it. So they really had nothing on the T side here. It wasn't even just that they weren't fragging, they also weren't fragging though. So as a result, there weren't even bombs going down. I mean, it was something like, I think in the first 8 rounds, the entire team had 8 kills total. So they were making no economic impact on VP. And VP were having an absolute field day on the CT side. Even once they started to string a few together themselves, Cloud9, when they were on their CT, it was far, far too late. They were never going to do a comeback. You could even kind of tell they were totally out of it. What's interesting is, I was talking to Hiko about this when we were watching the game. No tactical timeouts, no stops. You would see actually...
They did call one, round 9, but it didn't work.
Round 9, yeah, okay.
It didn't
but
work.
I mean, every time I would see them lose a round on their T side, Sean wasn't talking, there wasn't... They just seemed resigned to their fate, you know, like they were hoping it would turn around, but as we've often learned, as I kind of told you guys in the pregame, hope isn't enough. You got to click people's heads in this game.
Well, yeah, we also talked about in the pregame how nothing has to be the one to step up. Nothing in Freakazoid really have to play to their full potential. And obviously, first map, Jordan has 5 kills. you can't win with that. Like,
Yeah.
we've already established how good Virtus.Pro is at stopping the Opper. Skadoodle, he didn't really have any rounds where he could get a bunch of multi-frag kills, like peeking in and out like he usually does, because Virtus.Pro, nades, smokes, mollies, flashes. So if Jordan, Shroud, Freakazoid aren't able to step it up on map 2, I can't see Cloud9 even having a chance on Cash, because we've already established as well that their CT side is weak against lesser teams, CLG. Hard time closing it out. Also, we didn't even talk about how Virtus.Pro was just kind of doing like a standard strats for most of the first half. Like, they weren't doing anything crazy. No. They were just pushing through a smoke, getting a kill, falling out, and Cloud9 just looked lost. So yeah, well played by Virtus.Pro. And also, one more thing, Virtus.Pro picked Train, meaning Cloud9 had the side pick, and they opted to take T first. Not sure why they would do that.
Which, by the way, that's another reason why you can't be like, oh, they didn't know this map would be coming, etc. I'm pretty certain them picking T side meant they knew Train was coming, and they had a sense of like, well, the reason we're picking T side now is because we want to just execute the plan now. And so we think we're going to get the 6 to 7 rounds, and then we're going to close it out on the other half. Otherwise, if you weren't prepared for it, you'd pick CT, obviously. So I think that actually gives away their hand a little bit, what they were thinking. They just couldn't get anything going. I have to say as well, I said I wanted to see how Neo's terror stalping would go against Skadoodle's CT opening. We never really got to see that. Now on CT side, Neo's open very solid. He didn't have to do anything exceptional, but he just got all the kills he needed to, the long range kills. He played at range correctly, and it was a very good performance again and again. We didn't see any issue with this switch from Neo being the rifler. Pasha giving up the AWP to Neo looked absolutely fine, and at the moment that was even better than the Na'Vi performance. VP looks in peak form right now. Now luckily Cash is a map that I think Cloud9 is even stronger on than Train. I think it's a map that both teams are strong on, so it's a chance. They can still potentially come up. They can make this a good game, and then we can see where you can go from there. But it's going to take a lot more fragging right now. That's one thing that has to happen. Forget the tactical side, there's got to be frags as well, because they're not getting bombs down, they're not getting kills, they're not getting into 2v3 situations. Strats will get the openings for you, but then you have to be able to do something from there. Even if they'd had the perfect strats, they would never have been able to win that game.
But there's Taz right there. There they are. And speaking of these guys, what's up, buddy? We talked about it when we were watching the game. The core of these, Pasha, Neo, Taz, and their teams throughout the decade of Counter-Strike that they played, may be the best trained team on the planet.
One of them, yeah.
And as you pointed out, Taz is playing that inner bomb site in the exact same spot
Same
he's
position.
played for a decade.
Yep.
Obviously different engine, but still very comfortable home map for these guys for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this has just always been one of the maps where there's something about the architecture of the map that just, Taz especially, has always suited. Because the thing was, Taz was a very good player towards the end of 1.6, but if you were making your top 10 all-time individual players, he wouldn't make the list. He wasn't that skilled. He wasn't a Markov. He wasn't a Kogu, a Fraud, and these sorts of legendary players. But he's one of those rare players who had certain spots that he is the best ever at. So there was on top of the hut on Nuke, but one was lower, train, inner ramp. His timing of knowing when to push up and flank someone there, when they're going to come in and you hold the ramp, when you play off the ramp. He just has this really crazy intuitive sense to visualize where the enemy's going to be and how they're going to play based on what's happening in the game. It's interesting that the architecture of the map has changed a lot on the outside site, so we see that's a totally different map. Inside, it's still got quite a lot that's similar, and so it fits his style of play still.
All right, well, that wraps up Train for us. Our next map is obviously Cash. It is C9's pick. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we